What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, y'all. I'm back on here in the Hammy again. Putting some time in. I'm practicing. I think. I think I'll practice today. Um, well, every day we should practice. So, um, before I get started, this is play by sight. All right, the soft copy or the paper copy and the hard copy, or we might call it paperback. All right, paperback and hard copy. I'm almost about to call this the pocketbook. All right, it's small enough to put in your pocket, stash it off to the side, and be like, "Yo, I'm finna learn these chords right quick, yo." So yes, of course I paid more for this, and I paid $100 less for the pocket size. I probably would have went ahead with the pocket size actually because I actually kind of like the pocket size because you want to drop it in your backpack or whatever. You can do the same thing with this too as well. Drop it in your backpack and you just pull this out while you somewhere doing something in church. But yeah, you know, check out that. What was that chord again? Oh, oh, okay. But yeah. So we got the pocket size book. So we have edition number one and edition number two play by sight. All right, and also my website is Bishop Trace the Clark Hot Chords dot. I is it on? Did I not turn it on? INFO. INFO. All right, Bishop Trace the Clark Hot Chords dot INFO. Bishop Trace the Clark Hot Chords dot Maybe I'll do that one. Bishop Trace the Clark Hot Chords dot Yeah, I think I like that one. Oh, that's that. All right. I N N O. Oh, there's one. I N F O O. Oh, that was the wrong chord. Wrong chord. Woo. 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 All right, I gotta reset up my system in here. I put the system up, but I have not plugged in everything. I think I got the power cord powered up, but I haven't connected the. How long does that take me? It should take me like a couple of seconds, but I have to make sure. Let me see. I don't think I have to worry about the mics. Actually, what I have to do is reconnect floor monitors back. So I got my floor monitors back, and then put my keyboard back and hook it back up. Cause right now it's on the wall. It's on the wall. It's on the wall. It's on the wall. It's on the wall right now. And I'm gonna work on getting my Leslie. Is it spinning right now? Actually, I can go over there and plug it. But I like that. If I unplug it, it will just be just straight. What kind of Leslie speaker I got? I have the 145, 147, the baby short. I call it the shorty. I got Miss Shorty over here. But I gotta practice, y'all. Stop playing around. I forgot how to do runs and everything. I'm gonna be like a newborn key organ player. All right. Start from scratch. I'll be like this. how I'm gonna word this. If I was to want to really learn how to play the organ, and this is without knowing the knowledge behind the madness, but what if I learned the knowledge behind some of the madness? I would want immediately want to learn how to play stuff. I want to be. Now, here's the catch to this, y'all. Beginner musicians, right? Here's the catch to this. The catch is simple. The catch is, I don't know nothing. I know nothing. All right? I know nothing, nothing, nothing. I know nothing. You ask me something, I know nothing, nothing, nothing. Say it with me, nothing, 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 not nothing, nothing. I know nothing, nothing. You have to say it with me, nothing. All right. All right. Start out with nothing. I know nothing at all, nothing, nothing at all. Okay, you copy? All right. All right, copy, bank. All right, nothing, nothing, nothing. I know nothing. Start from scratch. I know nothing, nothing at all, whatsoever. No, nothing, no, no, no play orchid, no nothing, no nothing, no nothing. All right, I know nothing. All right, I'm gonna say it again. No, nothing. But I'm just saying, if I was to start all over again, this is what I would like to have learned, but unfortunately, because I know nothing, 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 all right, that would be a hard part to figure out where to start. That's the problem. So when I ran across musicians who knew all of the stuff that they play, and nobody wanted to show me nothing, nothing. Come on with me, nothing. Say it with me, nothing, 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 nothing. Okay. All right. So I think how I would respond to that is yes, with some crying, with some tears, with some hope that somebody would show me something, 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 or nothing. All right, nothing. I know nothing, and somebody come and show me something. All right, get it? All right. Well, obviously, that didn't happen with me. All right. At the same time, I still didn't know nothing, nothing whatsoever, nothing, nothing, no chords, no nothing, no nothing. All right. Period. Nothing. Just what happened was, I sat at the organ, or actually the grand beat piano. This is all how this got going when I was at AOH, Church of God, doing a vacation Bible school. And remember, I said I know nothing, nothing about nothing. All right. Now, my godfather tried to get me connected to something, and it was the piano, and I wasn't feeling the piano. No, I won't, no, sir, no. But yeah, my godfather wanted me to learn how to play the piano, but I was like, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Ultimately, I ended up learning to go to school for the horn. Yeah, the trumpet thing. And then I saw the drummers in the band, and I was like, man, I really want to learn how to play the drums. So it was the horn, the drums, but my godfather ended up, I think it was my godfather and my mom or whatever, they ended up buying me, yes, the horn. And I started to try to learn something. Remember, I knew nothing, nothing. So I started learning to play the horn and started learning my scales then. I just did not know how to apply it to the piano at the time. And the craziest thing is, I said I knew nothing, but at the whole time, I actually did know something. Just didn't know it was the same thing that I could have applied it to the piano had I listened to Godfather. But yeah, so I didn't listen to Godfather. And Godfather was trying to put me in college somewhere, like out in, I think he was trying to send me to Berkeley College. Not Berkeley in Berkeley, California, but he was trying to send me to Berkeley, California. I mean, Berkeley College somewhere out, and I don't know where he's at, Boston somewhere. But I got married. That all changed things. Now, let's roll back to when I was 16. my very first chords that I learned on the baby grand at church, at AOH Church of God in Richmond, California, was these chords. And I taught myself this every day at the vacation Bible school. And I taught these chords to myself. But I knew nothing about what I was really doing. I just knew, hey, that sounded kind of cool on the piano. That kind of sounded cool what I was doing. And I would never forget this for the rest of my decade. And I'm almost 100 years old. Close to 100. I'll pass the 100 mark, y'all. Yeah, some of y'all catch that later, but y'all know what I mean. For those who know what I mean, I'm already at past the halfway mark already. But yeah, I knew nothing. Right? And then over time, I ran into Frank Moore and he showed me the A flat chord. God said, let it be light. And it was like, these are the first chords I ever learned in A flat, which I didn't know what I was doing. And Frank Moore showed me those chords. Right? And that's all I knew at the time. And so then I ended up, me and my best friend was his crazy self, calling me out in front of everybody at Ephesian Church of God in Christ in Richmond, California, when they was having some, I don't know what kind of service it was, but I just only remember the preacher, the late John Moore. Did I get it right? John Moore. At Pat. He was the pastor at a church at McLaughlin Temple Church of God of Christ in Pittsburgh, California, up here where I kind of live now, but the next city over. But anyway, he was up preaching, and I guess the musician, I think it was Frank Moore, and the drummer, they couldn't stay or they had to leave after they did their part. And then the preacher was up there preaching, and I would never forget it. This fool, my best friend, got up, and because he likes to play the drum, he figured that, hey, since Frank Moore showed me how to play these chords, he was beckoning for me to come up and play. Everybody else was in the church. Was like, the church was full. I promise y'all that. That night, it was packed. And I would never forget this for the rest of my decade. This fool got up and was beckoning me, come on, man, get on the drum. And while the preacher, it was hecka funny, though. He was doing his thing, and he was playing on the drums, and he was jumping up off the drum, telling me, come on. And all of the preachers and everybody and the members of the church was all looking back at me like, he talking about you. Go ahead, get on the organ. I was like, no, I don't play. I never played the organ. But that was my day. That was my debut that day. Thanks to Frank Moore, Big Brother Frank Moore. But all this actually really started before his time, actually. When I say that was Joey Bumpers was the one who actually had me motivated to want to learn how to play. And I kind of told y'all the story. I ain't going to tell it again because that might make me a little ticked off when I talk about it. But anyway, it was just this one Sunday night after the Vacation Bible school was getting ready to end. The bishop was talking one evening. And so I'm just going to tell you, I got on an organ and I had the volume like super low, like while he was talking. I already knew how to do it for some reason because I kept watching Joey Bumpers play the organ. So I'm on the organ, maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 chords I got to. 1, 2, I think it was like 3, 4. And I'm playing hecka low, like you barely hear me. And this deacon, okay, I guess I'm going to tell this story. So this deacon was on, 2 deacons was sitting on the front row. One was closer to the organ. Another one was like just a few seats over in the pews. And he was giving me the thumbs up. Oh, man, okay, I see somebody who might have some potential. But it was just this one deacon that like yelled and screamed at me. And the bishop even looked over at me like, he was like, oh, okay. While he was still talking and he was getting ready to end the service and whatnot. And this is one deacon. He just started yelling at him, hey, stop that! Turn that noise off! And and I was like, uh, yeah, that was messed up. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was probably sweating a lot of sweat coming down my nose. I was hot. I was ready to jump off that organ and get on him. But the Spirit of the Lord told me, don't do it. Yes, my feelings was hurt. Yes, I was not feeling too great. I don't even know where my mom was at. I believe my mom was in there, but I don't think my mom really realized what was going on or what was happening. But I felt that, oh, cool. The bishop looking at me. He's like, he ain't saying nothing, like he ain't telling me to stop. I'm like looking at the other deacon. He's like, oh, giving me the thumbs up. Oh, okay, I see you. I see you. And then there's just one evil demon. Did I say demon? Or one evil deacon just started yelling at me and telling me to get off the organ. And I did not have the volume up loud enough for, basically just enough for me to hear it, and no one else really even heard it, but just me and him and the bishop who was up close, up near the organ. And the bishop didn't even trip. He was like, oh, okay, just kept on talking. And I was like just playing real soft, you know. And then before I even get to the next last chord, or a few chords, actually I probably just got out of here. I did and that's when the deacon started yelling at me, and I was like, oh. And then I was like, okay. Put it this way, I ended up leaving. I never went back. I never been back to the church. Only, well, to tell you the truth, I actually did go back. That was only when, I believe, it was only when the bishop's wife passed on. But here's the crazy thing was, she actually caught me during the vacation Bible school time. She actually was the first one who busted me when I was on the baby grand piano practicing. I was just trying to learn. And she came in, she said, oh, I didn't know you know how to play it. I was like, I was 16 years old, y'all, 15, 16. So I was like, well, I'm trying to learn. She was like, oh, just keep on practicing. One of these days I want to see you, one of these days I hope to see you progress and get really, really good. And maybe you be able to start playing for the church. And she never was able to see that happen. Anyways, all right, so I told her I want to get emotional with that. But, so yes, I really wish that she would have been alive to see me be at the level I'm at. And not only just her, but also the Bishop Ayers. I used to call her Mama Ayers. I didn't know how to say the appropriate, you know, like when somebody is Mother Ayers or whatever. I just used to call her Mama Ayers. And she was like, very nice person. But yeah, she was the very, very first, number one first, who busted me when I was on a baby grandparent. But she was giving me good encouragement. But it was just that one night, toward the end, like I said, the vacation Bible study thing, and this deacon just yelled at me while I was on the organ and told me I was sounding. The way I took it was, he said, quote, how do you put it? He told me, he yelled at me, he said, turn down that loud, no, he said, turn down that mess you doing, or something like that. And then that was very offensive. I took that like, wow, bro. Like, I could have seen if I was doing this. I could have seen if I was doing that. But my personality, the personality that I had, or have, and still will always continue to have, was to do what I believe the best at what I do. In other words, flawless is what I was trying to get at, basically. And to me, I felt that this was flawless. This is not like me doing this. I literally was playing chords, literally like this, very soft. I was literally playing chords already from the gate. And it was low. So yeah, when that happened, I never went back. I left and never went back. Did I hate the preach that deacon? For a while I did. For a while I wanted to do some stuff that was not holy, but yes, y'all have to understand the Spirit of the Lord didn't allow me to go that far, but I promise you, over a period of time, you get over it. And it took me not long to get over that. And that was only because, now running into Frank Moore, actually running into my best friend, And then my best friend introduced me to his brother Doyle. He played the keyboard and he was trying to show me some stuff, but I really wasn't understanding it at the time. And then when we went to the church to visit for one of those nights that they had something going on, I don't know if it was a revival, I don't know what it was. I can't remember it so far back, but I do know that he had people on their feet even before I even got on the organ. And I was like, man, this preacher, he's very inspirational. He's like, man, he didn't need no music in my opinion because he had it in him. If anybody know George Moore back in the day, John Moore back in the day, he that man could preach without music. He had that inspirational preaching type of style that have you on your feet without music. In my opinion, that's just me. But that was my very first Church of God in Christ experience. Remember, I grew up in holiness, apostolic, however y'all want to call it. That's what I grew up under. Actually, short time a bit Baptist, and then apostolic holiness, and then I went to Church of God in Christ to visit, and I thought, oh, okay, they be over here jumping. It was like every night they be jumping. I used to be able to hear them from where I lived, yeah. And they be going in. I have my window open. I'm like, man, they be churching. Whatever they be doing over there, they be getting down over there at that church, Ephesian Church of God in Christ in Richmond. They be cracking every night. Seem like, but so yeah, that was my first time getting on the organ by myself, and my crazy friend, best friend, was like, beckoning me to come up, and then I kind of remember I have photographic memories, so that actually helped myself out there. So that's the freak one showed me that one night. Then I got on, me and my friend. Yes, my legs were shaking before all the way to the organ because everybody was like, come on, get on the organ. I'm like, I don't play. I ain't no organist. And they was like, come on, man, you must be doing something. So anyway, my very first time getting on the organ, this fool cracking up cymbals. And the preacher up there preaching. And I will never forget it. A flat. Alright, I'll never forget it. He was going in concert. And I just went for it. I was like, and my very first time doing it was like, first of course y'all, it's just scary at first, and everybody's looking, okay, yeah. And of course I'm making mistakes at first because I was scared to the death, right? And then all of a sudden, I don't know where all this came from. I don't know where that came from, but that came from out of no man's land because nobody showed me that. Alright. I think I was just a natural somehow along the way. I became a natural. At the end of the service, the preacher came over. Okay, like all of the preachers came over, like, "Hey, who you praying for? Hey, who you praying for?" John Moore, I will never forget. He's like, "You ain't getting him. You ain't getting him. He's mine." I would never forget that. That was heck of funny. And he was like, "Man, I see potentials in you." You went to start. What's that word y'all want to call it? What's the word? He was speaking over me, so to speak. He was like, "Hey, I see potential in you, my brother." You really started turning, yeah. He went into all of that, and I was like, okay, yeah, okay. And then they, of course, it was yes sir, yes sir. So he's like, "Hey, you think your mom will let you come to my church?" And I was like, "I don't know, my mom, she's real strict. I don't think she's gonna let me go far." She was like, "Well, I'm gonna talk to your mom." So he did. And my mom was like, "Okay, no problem, take him." And then next thing I know, I get up there. I still didn't know how to play. All right, but I ended up. Y'all remember the same chord? All right. Because I didn't really understand how to play Bless Out for the Name of Jesus and these choir songs and stuff, I still wasn't quite there yet. I barely was at the preaching part, barely just learned that. But here's the thing was, I started creating my own music basically, and created, I don't remember if Frank Moore remember this, but I ended up getting the first, this is my first praise and worship team ever when I was 16 years old. 16, 17 years old, and we traveled wherever the pastor went, and we sung whatever songs that I created back then. Ask me what it is now, I don't remember. It would be a surprise if somebody would surface those videos up from way back then, but I know I sounded like trash then still. But anyway, that's how it all started, y'all. That's the history behind the madness. And then I ended up meeting my wife at the church, which I wasn't married yet, but I ended up meeting my wife at the church when I was. That's another funny thing too. Didn't know her. She ended up showing up at the church. And then, but yeah, that's how I ended up meeting my wife there at the church there. And of course, we didn't get married till like, I don't know, like I think it was 3 months of, no, I take that back, maybe 6 months after we met at that church, and then we ended up getting married. That is the most hilarious thing ever. All right, so here I am now. Here I am to worship. I don't know how to play this song. Here I am to bow down. Here I am to whatever the words. Listen, a lot of that stuff I don't be knowing that stuff. But here's the catch to the thing is learn your skills in the number system. Now I'm trying to get serious now. Learn your number system and the skills. You'll be able to play any of these songs. And this is the reason why I generated the play by side. Alright, generated the play-by-side so we can learn these chords to be able to do whatever it is that we're trying to do, whether it's preaching chords, whether it's praise and worship, whether it is jazz music, whatever it is, pop. All the chords is in my book, y'all. And so, yes, they're in the book. Every type of chord you can think. I don't have every one of the chords that I desired to put in the book because they're still here, and so it do cost some ching. So, and I'm not rich and nothing like that, but I believe over a period of time I'll have everything that's in this book chord wise in a legitimate book so that you all can have your own copy. For those who already got your copies already from my website, bishopdrake'sHotChords.info. Your first edition, grab your second edition. Those who haven't got, I know some have already grabbed the second edition. Get the first one too, all right? Because they got some dope chords in there as well. And like I said, I've already started my traction already. I got the friction, I got the fire going. Yeah, someone actually inboxed me a while ago and asked me was I starting some type of tidal wave. Some waves of stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, I think I've already did that, buddy. Yeah, I've already created the tsunami waves already. It's a huge one. All right, but I was looking at it as fire. Yeah. You ever watch the well, never mind. Y'all probably don't understand about the series about this, but anyway, I was watching the series about this. Forget it. Never mind. Wait. It was talking about heat, and then somebody else create something called fire. Y'all, the ones y'all know what I'm talking about on Netflix. So yeah, so I've already created the heat, and now I brought in some fire. Right? All right. Well, we don't want to talk about the tidal waves anymore, or the waves anymore, or the tsunami waves, because we ain't trying to wash this down. We actually trying to get y'all the heat underneath your fingertips. All right. So that's my game plan. Give y'all some heat underneath your fingertips. No more excuses. All right. Now I gave y'all my backstory about how I got going, and as I was going to say after that is where I'm trying to go or where I'm trying to get to. Only way to get to where I'm trying to go is obviously I have to practice, right? And be serious about what I'm doing. This is one thing, playing chords, but it's another thing. Learn what they are. Right, it's one thing learning chords. One thing is learning playing the chords, but learning what they are, so that way it makes things so much more easier to be able to say, okay, I can transpose these chords because everything we're doing anyway is transposing. It's transposing chord movements, major 7 flat 5 sharp 5. minor 9, 11. All right, minor 11 with the flat 5. Minor 9 transposing. Major 7 flat 5 transposing. 13 sus. I mean, y'all probably, for those who remember, I've never really talked music like that, or talk music like that in that back in the day, because I didn't know what I was doing. I just know I could play the chords, but didn't know what the chords were. Minor 7 with a flat 5. You know, or that guy was doing that diminished. The diminished move, but using the tritone. You don't know, understand that two tritones create diminish, right? Right, two tritones. C diminished 7. But when you split those notes up, you have the tritone. Right? And then I can use what is called the perfect 4. So if I'm thinking G, I'm mixing these two different chords. However, if you think about it, I'm using the tritone, diminish, and or I can say I'm using the minor chord. C minor chord. Well, you hear tritone and the minor chord. And I'm using two hands to do that. So, what bass line am I using? And all I'm doing is these chords is in chapter number 18, y'all. You know, so if you understand your minor second, major second, minor third, major third, fourth, perfect fourth, tritone, perfect fifth, minor 6, major 6, minor 7, and major 7. And of course, octave. Then you kind of get the idea that you actually can create chords from just doing that. Yeah. So when I'm listening to stuff, I'll be like, yo, what is homie doing? Like, you know, I was telling y'all about this. What? Alright, this is the B flat minor 7 with B flat minor 9 actually. But if I told y'all it really actually is a sus chord, an F sus chord, but because I'm on B flat. But if I add another note underneath it, alright? Alright, I'm just playing a sus chord, just adding a 9 to it. Sus 4. B flat sus 2, and the C7 sus 4 chord. And y'all hear me doing it. Using the tritones, and I'm like, oh! And I might change the bass line. You know, I just want to say that I love you more than anything. You can have ideas where you want to play around with stuff. So once you start learning what the chords are, then in the book, I put it in there in all 12 keys so that we can learn how to play these voicings of chords. And then when you start learning the chords, they're gonna start clicking. Cause it took me a minute to figure out how to make this click. I'm gonna take the hat off. Well, by the way, you should have been taking the hat off in the first place. You're in the house, Brett. Y'all know I was on a project, but sometimes I like to get off of it for a minute just to give myself a breather and veer off to other things. I haven't plugged up my stuff, so y'all won't be able to hear what I'm hearing, but y'all gonna hear what I'm actually gonna be playing. And my whole game plan is what I didn't know from before I can learn now, because I now understand that, hey, we have a major triads inversion, and you add your 7 to it. You can add the 9, you can add the 13 with the 6, and I can play that one whole chord, which is the major 9, 13. One hand. One hand. One hand. And have fun voicing these chords. Alright, so once you understand what's going on, the Nashville system can help, but rules are being broken. I heard a musician talk about this last night. And when I use the word us, our musicians are um, using the number system to a certain point, but fancify the chords. I might want to say it that way, but it's really all theory, basic theory chords, but you just juicing it up, or you giving it flavor or whatever. If I wanted it to be flavor, I'll just add the 9. If I wanted it to be flavor, I'll just add the 13 or the 6. And I understand the sus, sus 4, sus 2, and the secret sauce scoop. I might be talking about a different scale, and I might be talking about another scale. I might even be thinking of another scale. And another scale. And yeah, y'all start to figure this out. And I kind of sort of figured it out a little bit. Not all 100, but almost. As they say, I'm getting there. I'm not all the way there, but I'm getting there. But over a period of time, I start hearing notes, chords. Y'all can't hear what's going on, but over a period of time, I hear notes. So I'm gonna find it. And I remember chords. I said earlier I have photographic memory. So once I've learned a specific chord, whether it's the major 7 or the major triad, and you add the 7 to it, you add the 9, depends on which way you want to do the 9, up on the right hand or down low. I understand that I can play a major triad, the major 7, the 9. If I want the 13 or the 6, I understand I can put it wherever I want it. Now I don't have enough fingers to pull this one off, so I'll use my right hand to do it. And they say drawbars matters. Or I add some more notes to it, with whether it's in the C flat scale, D flat scale, or whether it's in the E flat scale. What? Yeah. Or whether it's in the F scale. What? Yeah. Because I can understand that I have the D flat chord, but I also see I have the minor chord. Remember, I told you wherever there is a minor chord, there's the major chord. Or whether there's a major chord, there's the minor chord. And so when I hear the voicings of chords movement, I'm like, oh, okay, snap, okay. So now I can pick it out. I understood that was the major 7. Transpose, 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 transpose. There it is. And I'll find it. Here's the thing, I say this. I might keep forgetting to say this. I do what is called a process elimination. This is what I used to write down every day until I finally got it. my little formula. So the formula is in my book. The formula is the very first book. Once I've learned my formula, major, minor, augmented, diminished 7, dominant chord, if y'all want to call it C7 dominant chord, that major 7, sus2, sus4, 7 sus4 chord, which I didn't notice at the time in my tritone. This helps me out to figure out what I'm hearing. And when I put that formula together, it makes sense. And I generated this for y'all in chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, number 7. All right. And chapter 8 was the bonus, the chapter with the tritone. And this is how I'm able to figure out, oh, okay, I get it now. Oh, okay, this is what I'm hearing. Okay, now, remember, this is half your battle, I call it. I don't do this often, so I'm going to do it some more. I probably should do this every video. My way of looking at it, I got, for me, left hand, must be losing some weight because my ring is turning. Left hand, 5 fingers, technically, right? Right hand, 5 fingers. That's half my battle right there. That's number 1. Number 2, the organ has 51 keys. And it starts from C to C. Okay, that's half my battle there. The other battle is, okay, I understand I have an upper manual, lower manual. They all do the same thing for the most part. The next part that I had to look at was I kind of split the board up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. It's going to repeat again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As Samuel Talbot would say, it's just a bunch of notes, but they just repeat themselves over and over again. It sounds like Don LaPree back in the day. Y'all ever watched his, it's funny. He always saying, you know what, you're going to make hundreds and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars over and over and over and over again. I don't know if y'all ever watched that. Anyway, How to Get Rich. You remember that one? Well, anyway, the notes just repeat themselves again. But just octave higher. Or repeat again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the last one is 51. What's my point? My point is, Well, my point is, here's another secret to the madness. Where is the keyboardist or the organist arranging his chords at on the board? It's like a puzzle. Where is he arranging at? Like, how is he pulling this off? Okay, 2 hands, 4 or 5 fingers, 51 keys if I'm thinking of the organ for this matter. And how is he potentially maybe setting up his drawbars, right? Because that's the key. Or if you can't figure out the drawbar set, it's no big deal as long as you can understand what the chord movement is, where his hands might be at. So if I'm hearing this, y'all can't hear because I don't have my system set up. I'm hearing up here, not down here, not here, not up here. I hear it right here. So I just kind of, or if I wanted it to, oh, there it is. Oh, there I know it is. Bingo. All right. Now I don't have perfect pitch, but I mean, maybe I do have perfect pitch. I don't know. Do I have perfect pitch? I don't know if I got perfect pitch. No, I just think I can just find it. It's kind of like a puzzle in a way. And it might take me some time to get it, but okay. So yeah. Hold on, y'all. See, this thing used to be louder than my other headphones. Way louder than this. Da, da, da. So I found it. Okay, then I hear. Da, da, da. And somebody say, you might have to sing out what you hear. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Oh, and of course, I had to speed it up. Okay, and then, oop, oop, there it is. Oh, okay, here. Oh, there it is. Now, okay, how would I hit the next chord? Remember, I had to study the chords, right? Which means, hey, well, you can't play it up here. Too muddy. Now, if you got closer, no, that would be kind of close because I'm close to everything. It would kind of feel uncomfortable doing it, sort of, but so I'm thinking, wait a minute, that is close, but how would he get to the next movement? Because that's what he's about to go to the 4. If my hand is in the way, that means he has to go down the lower main and pull this up. Okay, now I get it. Now the next move. Next move is, so you go, oh, you go there, then he comes down on, down, up. Now I had to do before or after, right? Down, up. Oh, okay. The bass came afterward. And the chord is simple. Right? We was playing the A minor chord with the sharp 5. Actually, we want to call it an F sharp minor 7 with a flat 5, actually. And then he comes up to the major 9 or major 7. I'm going to add the 9 because it sounds good playing the 9. Why? Because in the key of E, technically, I'm actually on the 3. But in F sharp or G flat, I'm on the 2. And I'm holding the 2. But because we're in E. So that made me say, oh, I gotta hold the 3. Then we're gonna go to the 4. And that's the next move. Then you go back to the same chord he came up with. Back to the same chord and do the run. And every move is the scale. And the run started on the 4. Oh. Yeah, it started on the 4 in the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said, oh. Alright. Now where we going? Hold that 3, we're going 5. Oh no, actually we're going 7. Now number system, y'all ain't never heard me talking numbers, right? But yes, we're in the key of E. So it's 7, D sharp to G sharp. So 7 1. I'm sorry, 7 3. 7 3 7. So I'm like, then we play the same chord, but this time we're going up, down. It was first down, up. Down, up. Down. And then up, down. 7 3. And every one of these chords is in the book. Literally. Like, for real. And I'm just doing it in the left hand because that's the voicing. I should. Da, 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 da. Then you go back to the 4 and do this move. Because I hear the melody like. I'm like, what? E, B, B major, chapter 2, E major, chapter 2, back to B major, and then the 7 sus 4 chord, which is C sharp, 7 sus 4 chord. But it's an E major chord add 2. But we're on the 4 in hey! Alright. So I'm like, oh, listen, if I hadn't practiced on my chord and learning my chords, it will be difficult to figure this out. But what I'm doing is, where's the hand placement at? Where are you dropping that hand at? What makes sense on the board? What makes sense? What makes sense? What makes actual sense where the hand is falling to? So now we're on the 4. Ooh, fire. Alright, so then after that he goes, one to the 4. Then he goes, then we're 2 up. Now we're up to, in that tritone, A major. Chapter 2, tritone, chapter who? 8. Major 9. F sharp, major 9. F sharp, minor 9. 11. That is over in chapter 9. Every chord I played is in the book. And then he takes that same chord to the 5 in E. Takes it to the 2. Y'all heard? Y'all might hear. Da 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 da. Okay. Y'all get my point, huh? So I'm like, oh. Alright, that's what we're doing. Going to the 5. 2 to the 5. Alright, then. So he goes that. Same chord we played a minute ago. We played it again, but this time he did the tritone. This chord in the book. The major 7 with the flat 5, sharp 5. What? Yes, in the book. I'm sorry, y'all. It's in the book. Y'all gotta get the book. The chord's in the book. Yes. As soon as you hear a chord, you should be able to go to my play-by site and you will find the chord in the book. So that is 2 different pages we could go to. We have chapter 7, which is the major 7 with the sharp 5. Now, because we added the tritone, now we go over here to chapter, what is it? I always say the wrong one. 14. What? Are you for real, dog? Yes, I'm for real, my dog. But not my friends, brothers and sisters. I ain't calling y'all know my dog, but I'm just saying y'all know my dog. It's in the book, so. Alright. This is your this is also the major 7 with the flat 5. Just transposing. Major 7 with the flat 5. Major 7 sharp 5. Major 7 flat 5 sharp 5. Alright, and then let me see what's the next one. Then you do it. This is a tritone, right? Then we have the perfect 4th. Transposing. What? Alright, then you're gonna go back to this chord again. Then we're gonna go to a chord similar, but we're gonna go to the 2 with it. This is an F sharp minor 9, F sharp minor 9 with F sharp minor 9. Yeah, F sharp minor 9, minor 11, minor 9, minor 11. Just a different voicing. This voicing, and this voicing. And y'all heard this one? Right? Alright. Y'all hear this chord? This is. Alright, y'all heard this one too. flat 5 sharp 5. It's different routes to play these chord movements he's doing. So I'm like, let me see. After that, now we're going to the 4. Now we're going to the 3. You already know what this is. Alright, that's an A flat 13 sus chord. Then it goes to a B flat minor 9, 11. Well, because we're in E, I had to call it for what it is. Actually, G sharp sus. It's a preach chord. Can I get a witness on the C sharp if it was on the 1, right? And then we play it on the 5. So because we're in E, it's the 3. 1, 2, 3. And by the way, I forgot to mention that every chord movement that I'm doing, the musician is changing up chords on the 1, changing chords up on the 2, changing chords up on the 3, on the. And then but this A chord with a tritone I told y'all earlier. It could have been diminished, but that's not what he played. Wait, did somebody just try to call me? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Did somebody just try to call me? Because we lost YouTube. Hold on. I didn't realize somebody was trying to call me. All right. Somebody trying to call me? Hold on. Was somebody trying to call me? I didn't see it come up. Somebody was trying to call me? Let me see. Who was trying to call me? Let me see. What? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Uh, all right, the wifey calling me. All right, y'all. I'm gonna shut down because she about to come home and cook some dinner or whatever. But this is probably the earliest I ever had. No, maybe not the earliest. But the next video I'll do, y'all will be able to hear what I'm actually playing. Um, so I'm gonna work on hooking my monitors back up because everything is kind of unplugged. Um, so I think I might just do that right now, so that way I can get it over with and replug everything up. I probably won't put my keyboard back up. I don't know. Maybe I will. Shit. So anyway, thank you guys for coming in, hanging out with me, and do apologize for you guys over the YouTube. I didn't realize my wife was actually calling me. She was actually going to support family members for a homegoing, and then I guess apparently they gave the wrong time. And of course she made it to the place, and then there was not nobody there. So somebody just gave up the wrong timing. Anyway, never mind that. So she's about to come home, cook me some dinner, and this is probably be the earliest I can spend a little bit with her because I won't be able to see her until after Sunday, I think. um. So, anyways, um, thank y'all for hanging out with me and also getting your play by sight book. I'm gonna start leaving this at the house because me taking it to work every day. And then I keep forgetting to have to bring this out so that way you guys get to see that you can get your copy play by sight edition number 1 and 2. I'm excited about it. I ain't gonna even lie. It's pretty cool to be able to be an author. Um, an author. Can y'all believe I'm an author now? And getting these beautiful music books out. I do have 2 more special books like this to be putting out. Actually, 2. I was planning on trying to do it before the end of this year. It might end up being next year, 26. For the next few other books similar to this. I would say maybe I might just do 3 more. Um, because again, I did tell y'all I wanted to empty out these dope chords that's in this binder and put them in a book. And amongst other chords that I keep adding to the mix here, it just don't stop, y'all. Because there's way more chords than that is out there. But the ones that I'm finding relevant that you hear other musicians playing, and you be shaking your head trying to figure out, man, what in the hammer hocks is these guys doing? So that's what I'm trying to do now, is put these books chords out there so you guys can get them and have them for yourself. Why is this thing always, every time, always reloading up? I don't understand. Every day this thing is doing something. It's iPad. So with that being said, I'm gonna sign off and go watch me some, I guess me another Netflix movie or something, series or something. I'm gonna find me something else to actually. I like to keep myself motivated a little. I actually, y'all, to be honest with you, I'm not even a TV person like that. I mean, that's funny to say that, but I'm really not actually that a TV person. I'm more of a sitting here doing my music and locking into my little cave room. But I think when I got sick, I started kind of like, okay, let me chill back with this music because I was sick. But now that I'm not 100%, or I better not say that, I'm not all the way out the woods still. So unless till I think this month. Oh yeah, we in November already. Snap, we're already in November. Wow, we're in November already. Whoa. Okay, 29 more days before my birthday. That's a trip. I remember, yeah, in 23, couldn't celebrate my birthday. I was laying up in the hospital. Oh yeah, that was terrible. Um, that's when all this madness. So I ain't gonna go through that again, y'all. Y'all seen these other videos that I told this story, but anyways, but yeah, 23, it was definitely in the hospital, messed up. 24, I was still messed up, but I got out of the hospital, but I didn't have a wonderful birthday. I mean, the family took me out, but I really couldn't enjoy it because I was just extremely still sick. But they were just trying to do what they could to make me stop thinking about being sick, I guess. That's kind of funny to say. Um, but 25, I was able to at least enjoy my birthday. I was able to eat, drive, move around, speak, wash myself, take a shower, that whole thing, brush my hair, and all that kind of stuff. I couldn't do all that at one point, and y'all, y'all have no idea what it's like to not. Let me see. Did I? Trying to remember. Did I have my little thing on my head a minute ago? Um, I'm gonna just leave it at. I'm gonna leave that part alone. But sometimes people don't understand how to value life. What life is like. When you think you finna leave here and and that's it. Your days is over with. Um, I know that feeling. Been there. I know what it's like. I know exactly how that feeling is. Nobody can tell me that I don't understand. Don't know what that is, but I definitely know what that feels like to be on your deathbed. I was gonna say it a different way, but I've experienced that, and that is really not a wonderful feeling, but got through it, and so I'm still here. So actually, I should be in here practicing on my next project. Actually, um, but I'm gonna go take a chill. I'm gonna go chill out and go watch me some TV. But I did finish this first one and my second one. All right. Oh, actually, I was almost finishing the second one. Actually, I gotta go back and do the last. I think it was the last 9 chords to memorize them. I probably can't memorize it because all I'm doing is sitting here. I look at it and I look at it. I'm like, oh, okay. Da, 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 da. I think I will remember this, but I always have a saying: um, if you don't use it, you lose it. So I'm definitely gonna go back over these two, and then I'm gonna pull out my third project. And put this right here in front of me now and get a good look at it. Everything's always a challenge, but once you do it a few times, then it's cake after that, because then you start recognizing, oh crap, I'm hitting the same chords but just in a different key, but I'm hitting the same chords but in a different key. Matter of fact, a guy was talking about this in YouTube last night that I was listening to a whole bunch of musicians doing stuff. And there's one musician mentioned this, and he said, "Yeah, man." He said, when it comes down to transposing, he said, "I don't maybe practice like I used to when it comes down to transposing it all, taking everything that I know to transpose in all keys, all 12 keys, but I have recognized," and it's kind of funny that he said that because I was just thinking it when he was talking about it, was that at some point you're going to keep playing the same chords, but you might end up playing it in a different key under a different number system. And it clicked on my mind. I was like, and he was like, "Yo, I'm playing the same thing, but I might switch up a little bit in another key. It might sound not as the same as it would in one key to the other." And let's get ticky tock back. All right, it might sound slightly different from one key to the other because of the key shape makes you not be able to play the same exact kind of way, but close, and then you kind of improvise and do your thing. But and I was like, man, that's funny that he just said that, because I was just thinking the same thing. The more you keep playing the same chords over and over and over, transposing, as I was telling y'all about the major nine up and down and changing the bass line. And then at some point, your brain is gonna say, wait a minute, okay, I know how to play these chords in all 12 keys. I can just about play just about anything that I might listen to, and start recognizing these chords, or the same chords that you can use from one key to the other. I think he was trying to illustrate that, hey, if I'm in D, I think he said if he was in the key of D, he could play the same chord, or he could think of the same chords in C sharp. I think that's what he was trying to say, to F sharp or to B or to A. And I was like, that's funny that he just said that, because when I'm playing these chords in E, I can hear myself playing them in C sharp, or I can hear myself playing some of the same chords in F sharp, and of course in the key of B. And it starts to become easier because you're playing the same chord. If you understand the number system, that's the key. Then the chords is gonna fall on that number, and I'll do a video on that later. But y'all probably gonna see when I finish doing was doing this, and I went to here, I heard similar chords that I was already transcribing already, and I'm like, wait, I just played that chord already in another key, but on a different number system. I pull up this little project, and I'm sitting here looking at the same chord that I have already just played over here and over here, and I'm like, wait a minute, but in a different key. What? Yeah. So when you repetitively keep playing some of the same chords, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, this is gonna be easier. It becomes easier over a period of time. Before I know it, this thick list of stuff that I'm doing over here is gonna become easier, because I'm gonna recognize chords from the key of G to C, from C to G to D flat to A flat, or E flat to B flat, or whatever y'all want to call it, A flat or whatever. It's like taking these chords and twisting them the other way. That's just how my brain might say it that way, but I might not be saying it the right way. But some of y'all musicians out there know what I'm trying to say. But yeah. So that's what I'm like, wait a minute, I just seen this chord in this, I seen this several of these chords in the project that I was already doing, and then what I was just doing on the video just a minute ago, listen to the same chord. I'm like, wait a minute, I just played that chord over here, literally over here, the chords I had already sat here and spent time transcribing way back, and I started doing this in '04, actually '03 technically, but '04 is when I got really crazy with it, and I started, these were in a book. This was it was in an actual book. I actually transcribed a bunch of stuff in the book, but sorry, it's like this now. So then once I finished this stack, I got another stack over here in this box over here. Got a whole bunch of books over there, And then once I start looking at this, it's all gonna start to kind of like, like puzzle, like, oh, okay, it's this starting to make sense to me because from one key to the other, I'm playing the same thing, just twisted a different way, something like that. All right, y'all. Somebody's gonna say, man, you need to learn what you're talking about. I understand what I'm talking about. I know what I'm thinking. I just may not be saying what I want to say, I guess, in a way. But y'all understand what I'm saying. In other words, you can play some of the same chords in C that you can do in the G. It's except for one chord, the seventh chord that I know of. And it's the major seventh. The B major seventh was the D minor, the D dominant seventh, and C. But if you go to G, is what diminished seven. C sharp diminished seven. Oh. If I was in C, if I was in B, key of B, what's my seventh there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. It will be under the C sharp diminished seven move. What? Because it's B. Now I'm like, oh, now remember, I told y'all early on, there's 3 diminished group. Right? So if I'm thinking from B to E, then I understand on my 7 of that diminished is going to be what it's going to be, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So that will fall under the C diminished 7 group. What? If I was in F sharp or G flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, that will fall under the D diminished 7 group. Oh, I think I gave somebody the secret to the madness. I written this down a long time ago, and I don't know where I put it in one of my books. But I was like, wait a minute. But remember, the scale notes, you're going to see some of the scale notes share the same note. Okay, so C, D, E, F, G, A, and B, right? Remember that. If you go to G, all right, C was the 1, D is 2, E 3, F number 4. All right, actually, it will be 2 notes. It will be the F sharp. Okay, hold on. Well, in G scale, it's going to be the F sharp. All right, and we see in the C is going to be the B, right? But then also in the scale of C is going to be the F, the 4. So that means in C, what's the 4 in C? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that came out correct. All right. So what's the other note? Find the other note that's not in the G scale. So what is the other note that is not in the G scale? They all in the G scale except for one note, F sharp. Y'all following me? So if C, D, E, F, G, A, and B, and then if you go to G, is just starts on the 5, the 6, the 2, which is A, and then the B. Those are the notes that are in the C scale. And then in the C scale, of course, the C scale, right? And G is the 4, and then the 5 is D, which is also in the C scale, and then E is also in the C scale, but the only note that is not in the C scale is F sharp. Following me? All right. Now, if you look at the scale in G, I see there's 2 notes that are not in that scale, and it will be F and an F sharp. Oh. Y'all follow what I'm saying? And it will be follow the same. It will be only just from what I'm seeing is this in the C scale will be the F sharp. What? Okay. So when I think of that C scale and G scale shares the same chords. Uh-oh. All right. All right. They can share some of the same chords. Uh-oh. Whoa. So basically what I'm saying is really you have a C on the 1, the D minor 2, E minor 3, right? Okay, let's skip F, which is the 4, but we saying that's in the C scale F. And then we have G, which is the 5. So we definitely know the C, E, and G. I'm sorry, the C, E, the C, D, and E, and the G for sure. And then we have the A, which is the 6, and C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So as I said, minus the 1, which is F in C scale, which we're not going to find in G scale, right? And then now, if we go to G scale, you go find the 5, which is the 1 in G, right? We're going to find the the 2 in G is A, but it's the 6 in C. We're gonna find B in C scale is the 7, but it's the 3 in G. We got the 4 in G is the 1 in C. Y'all kind of follow where I'm going with this? And then we got the 5, which is D, which is the 2 in C. And then we got the 6 in G, which is E, but it's the 3 in C. Y'all get it? All right. So y'all got somebody's got the yeah. So you can use the same chords from C to G. Okay. Alrighty. I think somebody got the secret to the madness here. So once you figure that out, you go, wait a minute. Oh, I can use some of the chords from this key to this key. Yes. Um, yeah. I discovered that by accident. Oops. Yeah. All right. So once you learn that, you transpose it up to the next key, D flat to A flat. What? And then you go to D to A. You go to E flat to B flat. You go to E to B. You go to F to C. Right? Wait a minute. So yes, you telling me now I can play some of the same chords using the C scale? Yeah, in the F scale, yes. But it's just be on one of those or two of those notes. They're not going to jive in those two keys. However, you can use some of the same chords because they use the same notes in the scale, or they share. I guess it's probably just like the word share the same notes in the scale, except for a few notes along the way. So if you was in C scale and you wanted to go to B flat, or actually F and or B flat, so to speak, y'all get. I think somebody caught on to the secret to the madness though. So yeah, you can go to F. It's the 1, but it's the 4 in C. You could be in the key of F and go to the 2, which is G. It is the 5 in C. You can go to F, the 3, which is A. It's the 6. It's the 3 in A. F is also the 6 in C. What? The only thing you got to deal with is the B flat, which is the 4. Okay, y'all see what happened there? All right, it's not in the key of C scale. Okay, now the 5 in F is C. It's the 1 in C. Oh, all right. And then we go to the 6 in F is the 2 in C. Y'all catching it? And then the 3 in C is the 6 of F. Oh, y'all get it now? All righty then. All right. So basically, between those two keys, it will be your B flat and B with F that doesn't jive in the scale, pretty much. It's kind of almost like a no-brainer in a way after you figure this out. So if you go to D flat and A flat, so well, your D flat is the 1, right? But if it was an A flat, it's the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? All right, your E flat is the 2 in D flat, but it's now the what? The 5 in A flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, okay. I say no more after this because now I think somebody as a beginner musician or maybe intermediate level musicians has like caught on to the game plan here. You don't have to recreate or reinvent chords because you can use the same chords from another key to the other if you understood the number system or the chords or the scale in the number system in the chords that is associated to it. So that's why people say learn the Nashville system because your 1 is a major and your 2 is the minor. Your 3 is the minor, and your 4 is the major, and your 5 is the major, and your 6 is the minor, and your 7 is diminished. Okay, that rule might help out with certain songs, but it doesn't help out with every song because nowadays musicians are doing crazy stuff and going from to the extreme with other stuff and putting it into a song, and you'd be like, man, that did not. What? How did they even go to there to that, and then drive you into a song? So it's just being creative and being creative. That's pretty much. All right, y'all. I'm out. My wife hasn't showed up yet, but anyway, let me go on here and 4 o'clock and turn on this one-eyed demon and find me a new Netflix movie series to watch until she arrives. And I catch y'all later on the next videos. And hope what I'm saying to y'all makes a little sense because I'm starting to catch on to the what's going on somewhat. Um, so with that being said, peace and love and cornbread. And don't forget, what's going on, Ken? Ken ain't my big brother, Rick. Let me see how everybody right quick. William, what's up? Let me see. Let me see. ZAID. Let me see who else I can't see here. I hope everybody's doing great. Wonderful. So many of y'all over here on TikTok. I don't know who I'm talking to over here on TikTok. But hello, everybody here. It's thousands y'all over here. Thousands of you guys over here TikTok. But thank you guys for coming in and hanging out with me for a little bit. My lips are drying up because of this medication I'm on. But YouTube, whoop whoop. Usually I can see who's channeling in on YouTube, but it's not doing it today for some unknown reason. Usually I can see who is saying some hello. Oh hi. I see somebody a little bit down at the bottom. I might have to do it over here on my iPad. But usually I can see it over here on this phone sometime, but it's tripping out. But anyway, whoever it is over here at it's a whole bunch of y'all over here at YouTube. What's up? And yeah. So I'm gonna sign off of here real quick so I can go watch me some type of Netflix movie until she show up. But I appreciate you guys coming in. Chosen, I see you. All right, and the whole Kristen, Daniel, what's up? It's flicking by so fast. I'm trying to catch it. What's up? Remember the. Let me see what. Remember something. I can't see. Remember something dates with you in the family. Yeah, what's up? My lips is all dried up. Lord have mercy. Sorry, y'all. My lips is dried up. It's the medication I'm on. Just keep me alive right now. And I don't think this is gonna make it even better. Just lemon in here, lemon juice. That even made my lip even more drier. What's up, y'all? What's up, peeps? Appreciate y'all coming through and hanging out with me for a minute. What's that? Is this I say Northwest? What's up, California Northwest? What's up? Okay. And was that Bam down there? Bam, what up? I hope everybody's doing good. Appreciate you guys came on hanging out with me. And hanging out with me for a little bit, chilling. I'm about to go in here and try to watch me one of these one-eyed demon movies. I'm not a TV person, y'all, but I got caught up with this Netflix thing. And I finished watching some of my series, or one of the series. I was watching what is it called? I think it was called Democrats or something like that. That was a long series. Actually, it was it was 3 seasons. 3 seasons. So I finally finished watching the rest of that. I hope the next season come up because I want to know what happened after they found that missile. Or actually, not the missile, what they call it, that submarine. I want to know what happened. Oh man, that one right there, y'all gotta. It's kind of. I'm more of an action type of person, but this one was kind of long, telling a long story about. Oh man, it was pretty good actually. I have to admit, I did like it actually. But let me see here. Okay, hold on. Why is it? Okay, trying to flip up. Which way is this thing going? Up or down? Wow, I didn't realize all you guys was on here. Thank you for coming in, y'all. And hanging out with me. And I don't mean to not ignore everybody. This thing is so white, I can't even see I can only see y'all saying hi. But I can't see who. King. Okay, wait. King. Oh man. It's hard to see what you call it. All right, let me do it like this. King, and then I see somebody at the table. Isaac, I think I'm seeing. What's up? Champion. I think it's Champ. Okay. All right. I don't like messing nobody's names up, so I'll probably spell your name out just a little bit. Calvin Jones, what up? Bell, I see you coming in. Thank you for hanging out. I'm over here just chopping it up and chattering. And y'all over here, YouTube, what's up again still? Um, and of course, Facebook. All right. What's going on? Everybody over here use Facebook. Appreciate you guys kind of coming in, Steve and who's that? Dardell or Darrell? All right. Like I said, I don't like messing people names up. Man, my hair is sticking up like a whiteboard. I'm getting spiky spikes up here. I gotta put the hat back on, man. Spiky spikes, spiky spikes. I was telling my coworker my hair is like well, when I was born my hair if it gets wet, y'all, and I do this, it spikes up like a whiteboard hair. She started cracking up laughing, man. She was like, "What? But you're black. You're African American." It's funny when she's it's funny when other nationalities when other nationalities they don't know what to say. What's going on, Skinny? What it was? I can barely see some of y'all. Is that Jeremiah? I think I see somebody say Jeremiah. Gee, I can't see. Is this Kenneth? I think it's Kenneth. The letters is real light, like light white. Like I can't freaking see the. I'm gonna literally have to like. Actually, okay, maybe my organ. There you go. That worked. I had to cover my organ so I can see. All right, there you go. Teavisg. What up? I'll spell your name out because I don't want to pronounce your names wrong, y'all. So okay. I may not be able to see everybody. Wanda, what's up? And if I miss somebody along the way, wait, this thing's so sensitive. Trying to scroll up now, it won't let me do it. Okay. So I keep forgetting this cell phone that I'm on right here. The camera, um, I don't know if it's the camera or it's the screen on my thing. Now it lets me move it now a little bit. So maybe my finger. Because I've been sick for a while. I know this sounds crazy to say, but because I was sick with this valley fever, well, along with the work that I do at my job, my fingertips are I can't really explain it, but they're not like roughy rough. They're like I don't know. I can't really explain. This is funny. It's like me holding this plastic and it just look. It's like sliding right off my fingertips are like, and I'm not doing this on purpose, y'all. It's like my fingertips are like I don't know. I think it's because of the medication I'm on too. Is causing the grip on my fingertips. You probably say, "Hey man, you be clumsy dropping stuff at work." No, I don't really do that. Not too much, but um. So yeah, I appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with me over here at TikTok as well as um Facebook and YouTube and everything I do on Facebook. It clicks right over to Instagram. The next time I come on, I'm gonna have this my PA system rehooked back up, and I already got it powered up. I just gotta figure out what plug goes into what because um for my wife's birthday we took the stuff to her birthday party and I just pulled everything apart and so I gotta put everything back so I can be able to let y'all hear the sound coming out of the PA system. But anyways, yeah. So it's a little bit after 4. Let me get on off of here and go on and watch some One Eye Demon right quick. That's the next flick. See what's the next newest movie I can channel in on. And this thing is really sensitive. And dang, my fingertips is tripping out, y'all. Let me see what they do over here on this phone. Okay, almost a little better. A little better. Let me see. What about Facebook, YouTube? Nah, it won't even let me do it. It won't let me even move it. Let me see when it goes sideways. It won't let me even. Wow, my fingertips is really tripped out, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm gone. Let me get up out of here. Peace and love and cornbread. Hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday service at church, or if you don't go to church, go to church. But or look at something on something on the channel, and probably more than likely I won't be going to church because I have to work an overnight shift tonight. So it all depends on how I feel. More than likely, I'm gonna be tired because it's so much to do at work. But for y'all TikTok, y'all know I'm always gonna chime in on y'all on TikTok. You know, like right before I clock in. Sorry, Facebook, but TikTok, I'll be clicking in on and YouTube, and TikTok, Facebook. Y'all see me all the time, but I've been pretty much chilling in on TikTok and as well as YouTube, and so yeah. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all later. Y'all have a good night, good day, good evening, wherever you at in the world. Um, Let me see. I usually see. I can sometimes see my stats. So if anybody purchased my book recently, because it's the month of November already, which is crazy. So yeah, grab your book over at Bishop Trace the Clark Hot Course.info. If you know somebody that want to learn how to play the organ or the keyboard or whatever the instrument that they desire to do so, hit them up with the link with Bishop Trace the Clark Hot Course.info. Or you can just go directly to Amazon and just type in play by sight, and my book will automatically pop up, of course, over at Amazon. If you feel comfortable going that way, it doesn't matter whatever way you want to do it. So just going over to Amazon and voila. All right, going over to Amazon and type in play by sight, and both of my books should come up. I think sometimes when I capitalize this, both of them come up at the same time simultaneously. I haven't did it on an iPad yet. Let me do it on iPad. But usually when I capitalize it, I play by sight. Oops, space, buddy. Usually when I capitalize it, it both comes up at the same time. You don't have to put play by sight 2 or 3. It just automatically do it. See, this one didn't do it. So let me see. I had to capitalize the whole thing. I think I had to capitalize the whole thing for it to come up at once. But at any rate, it's still down here, right underneath somebody else's book. So both of them will pop up on here. But lately, when I type in capitalize, they both come up simultaneously back to back. But I didn't do it that way. So let me try it that way. Let me see. Sometimes they do it. It does it on my iPhone, but let me see. Let me see if it's gonna do it on this iPad when I capitalize everything. Let me see if it's gonna cooperate. Play by side. Let me see if it does it this time. Okay, can I spell? Play by side. Let me see. Now let's see if it does it this time. Oh, is this not corroborate? I guess it doesn't matter. I guess every device is different. But at either way, it's gonna show up both of my books anyways. Um Play by sight. Oh, it did come up together. My bad. Why did it come up here at the top? That's weird. He came up at the top and somebody else underneath mine, but then down below, both of them came in at the same time. Amazon, what y'all doing? All right. Well, anyway, so there it is. Both of them came up at the same time, but I don't know why he did it at the top and down at the bottom. That was a little interesting. But anyway, however, both books are there. So here on Amazon, and my book came out as top #1 best book. Let me say it correctly. #1 top best hottest book. All right, that's what it says from Amazon. Um, my very first book did that, and then my second book, I haven't seen it pop up yet. I don't know how long it takes before it generates, but it doesn't matter either way. My book is still top #1 best book on the planet anyways. That's the way I see it, because y'all gonna get some dope chords. Some of these music books that I did purchase, I talked about it the other day in a nice way and respectfully. But if y'all want the dope chords, here it is. I'm probably gonna call my next book Dope Chords. If y'all want the next dopest chords, no, I'm not gonna call that. Not my second book, maybe the third book. I might give it a name. Y'all probably say, "Yeah, you just telling us the name already." Well, My brand is always gonna be play by sight. It's just what I call, what I'm gonna give it as a subtitle. As I was about to allude to before I said this other stuff, I already written um 9 other music books, but I have not published them yet. And if I told you the names of the books, y'all would probably go, "Wow, bro, that's crazy." So yes, I have 9 other music books that I have not published yet, but I will publish them in the near future. Like I said, I'm not rich. I don't have a gang of money and nothing like that. But um, if I was able to have a substantial amount of money, I will retire my job today, tomorrow, next week, or whatever. But I gotta still work. All right, so I'm still working and producing books and stuff like that. So I'm spending an amount every 4 months. Every 3 to 4 months, I'll drop another book. My plan was to try to get another book by the end of this year, but it's rapidly coming quickly. And I've only made it to 18 pages. I need to get to 80, at least 77 pages, but my goal is 80 pages just in case um just in case Amazon, for the hardcover, they want you to have 77 plus pages. So I had to come back, and that's the reason why my hardcover came out later, which was published October 15th of last month. And so they had required that I had to have um 77 pages or more to publish the book. So that's the reason why the hardcover. So if anybody purchased my hardcover and you notice the pages a little bit more, that's because I added more more information. So if anybody had purchased the first book, which was the um edition number 2, paperback, and you didn't purchase, or you're going to purchase, or you have purchased, maybe you have, or maybe not. But if you do, you're gonna notice that the page is gonna be extra. So I ended up putting some extra information that I did not put in the very first book. So for those who want to know that extra stuff, you gotta go buy the book on what I put in um the hardcover. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I put in there, but I put some extra stuff in the hardcover that I didn't put in the paperback, because at the time they were approving my 77 pages. So ultimately, what's funny to me was when I opened up the book, I actually end up with 66 pages. All right, but the requirement is 77 pages. So I was scratching my head like, how did I come up short? And so yeah. So they was like, hey, you're coming up short by 7 pages. So I had to come back and give them 8 pages or 9, I think it was. So for those who purchased the hardcover, you got a little extra something in there that I didn't put in the paperback. Okay. Alrighty, y'all. This is your boy Bishop Drayson Clark, aka Andre Clark, signing off for real this time. I'm giving you my benediction. and, I, and I say it to one, I say it to all. Watch and pray. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. All right, I'm out, y'all. Y'all have a great day, great morning, afternoon, midnight, wherever y'all at in the world. And again, go over to Bishop Tracy Clark, hotcourse.info, and I was about to go and see what my stat is for today, but I know some people have purchased my book on yesterday, day before yesterday, and before that, all the way from the whole month of October, basically. And so I was gonna check my stat for today. Um, and so yeah, let me see. How do I do it? I forgot. I think I gotta go here. Um, so so this case y'all think I'm making this about the hottest book. I'm gonna do that real quick and I'm out. So what Amazon does, they put on here, it says Amazon hottest new releases. Amazon hottest new releases. That's what it say. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? I see it. Okay, so what happens is, um, every time when somebody comes with a new book per each month, your book populates in the best out of 10, the best out of 11, the best out of 14, the best out of 9, depends on how that month fell in and when your book falls in within that category. And so that is how this works. So every now and then I go in here and I check to see who's come up with the next best book on the planet. So I'm gonna go over here so I can show y'all my Photoshop of my very first book when it came out in June. So let's roll this back all the way to June. Oop, went too far. Went too far. Up, passed it up, passed it up. Let's go back up. And I'll let y'all see when my book came out June 2nd. It was put out June 9th when I saw it. That my book had become the top #1 best. I keep saying it wrong. #1 top best hottest book on Amazon. Y'all remember that new releases? All right, so that is what happened with the first book that came out. My second book is still in limbo land because it takes a while for Amazon to review everybody's book along the way. I'm not saying I'm looking for it to be top #1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a row. And it's no big deal to me. I'm not tripping as long as y'all get your book so y'all can learn these chords at the end of the day. So y'all can be top-notch musicians on the planet. Where did I pass it up again? I keep passing it up. Okay, hold on. And okay, that's right. Can't see. All right. And here I am. Top #1 best book in 2025, June 9th. Actually, yeah, June 9th for those. So play by sight. Top #1 best book. All right. Oop, come back. Not #2, not my #3. Let me widen that up. Can I widen that up? There we go. New release. All right, let's get at it. That's that's what's up with Play by Sight. So y'all get y'all copy. Yeah, I know my book is fire. I know the book is fire. So I'm gonna keep on continuing, make some more fire. All right. So top #1 best book on Amazon. All right, hottest top book, whatever y'all want to call it. I'm actually happy about that. That is a great accomplishment. Didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't intend for that to happen. All I just wanted is just to put the book out there so every musician can learn how to play these dope chords. So now I'm out of here for sure. All right. I'll check my stats. Y'all don't have to be on for that, but check my stats for this month. Well, it's just now November. So for those who will get your book, yeah, head on over to my website or you can head on over to Amazon. If you do it through Amazon, yes, I will be able to see the stats that route and whatnot. November, we did really, really great. November, June, July, August, September, October, and it's now November, obviously. So we did awesome, all through the rest of this year for the stats. Oh, it's still building. All right, so it is still building. All right, so get your copy, y'all, cause I'm about to get dope with the rest of these chords. All right, let me go because I'm getting hungry. She still hasn't showed up yet. Lord have mercy. I hope she's going into my favorite restaurant because I'm hungry for that food today. Today. All right, y'all. I love y'all, and I'm out. Woo! Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum.